Hey guys, welcome to today's video. As you can tell, I lost my voice and was not able to film a proper intro, but I want to start my declutter series. So we are here to kick it off. I am going to take a look at my face base products, primers, foundations, powders, concealers, and let you know what I'm going to be keeping and what I'm going to be decluttering. So let's dive in. Okay, so here is like an overhaul, an overview. I do have some more products here. Just try and get it in one big pile, but these are my face products. So we have some primers, foundations, concealers, and powders, my face base products that are single, not in palettes. So we're gonna go ahead and go through, we're gonna take a look at what I have and hopefully get rid of some. Let's start with primers. Okay, so here's a look at my primers. I do have 7 primers. By the time this video goes up, it will be after the Sephora VIB sale. I am planning to pick up the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas, a mini, so I will hopefully have that in my collection. But this is what we're looking like so far. So right off the bat, I can tell you about this one here. So this is the Ciele Prime and Protect. This has SPF 30 and this is new to me. I did pick this up during the sale. You can see here it's a mineral SPF. I've heard really good things about this. I do like a hydrating primer, and so this is like both primer, a hydrating primer, and some SPF protection. Now I'm not going to be using this for just my SPF. I will put additional SPF on, but this is brand new, so obviously going to be keeping this one. I also will be keeping my One Size Secure the Glow. This is the Tacky Hydrating Primer. You can see here I don't have much left because it was laying down. It's stuck along the side, but I don't have much left here. So this I probably will be able to finish by the end of 2025, I believe, and put this in an empty. I do love this, okay? I have had my oily skin friends recommend this to me, and I have dry skin, so this is really good for all skin types. It's equal parts hydrating, where you feel a burst of hydration when you put it on your skin, but also has a tacky base, so I feel like it's really holding on to my foundation. So keeping this for sure. This is a holy grail for me, the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I have used so many of these up. I want to say I've gone through 4, perhaps 5 of them. This one I just opened not too long ago. I do use this as a primer, so after my entire skincare routine, I will go in with this product, put it all over my face, and then use some kind of pore filler, like the Tatcha or the e.l.f. that we're going to talk about in a minute. But I do love this on like an everyday go-to. I don't think that this is one, ooh, sorry, I just hit my camera. I don't think that this is one that necessarily like gives my makeup more longevity. It's more of like a hydrating primer for me, but I love it. This is one of the products that I use with the Glow Recipe. This is the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. I am almost done with it. Again, it was laying down so you can't really see, but I want to say, I mean, it's like to here where my nail is. So I will hopefully finish this up by the year end. This is supposed to be similar to the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas. I do like the Tatcha more, but I actually had a mini of the Tatcha and it spilled while I was traveling. So I've been using this instead. It's good. It's good for drugstore. It's good if you want something that's going to help give you some smoothness, but it's not as good as the Tatcha. So I'm going to use this up. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to use it up, but I don't plan to repurchase this. I will repurchase the Tatcha instead. This is another primer that's new to me. This is the Bare Minerals Primetime Hydrating and Glow Primer. I actually, at the time of filming, have not used this yet. I got it from a girlfriend. It's brand new, so I definitely want to use it. I want to try it out. I want to see what I think of it. I will be keeping my Auric Glow Lust. I have the shade Morganite. I use this for so many different things. So I do use this as a primer where I will put it all over my face before foundation. I mix it in with foundations. You can use this as like a liquid illuminizer if you want something to put on the high points of your cheeks that isn't going to be super glowy, but more of just like a sheen. That's not how I use it. I either mix it in with foundation or put it on my face as a primer, but I do enjoy this, so I'm going to keep this one. What I will be decluttering is this Saie product here. So this is in the shade Star Glow, and it's called the Glow Super Gel. So this is supposed to be similar to like an Auric Glow Lust or a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless filter. I just feel like it doesn't do that much for me. I have dry skin. I think this would maybe be good for people with normal to oily skin where you're not looking for a ton of glow, but more of like a satin sheen. And I actually have a friend in mind that I'm going to gift this to. She has more combo oily skin, and I think she would like a little bit of a sheen, but not like a heavy, heavy glow. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter this to her. So these 6 products, along with my Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas that I know is on the way, are going to be the primers that I'm keeping. I feel really good about it. I feel like they have different purposes, right? So we have the Ciele with some SPF protection, and then we have the Prime Time, which will be hydrating and glowy. These 2 are more of like an everyday I use in conjunction. This is when I want long wear, and my Auric Lawless. So I feel good about that. Next, we'll go into concealers because I only have 3 of them, and spoiler alert, I'm going to be keeping all 3, but I'll let you know about them. So first up, we have my Natasha Denona concealer. I have the shade N4. This is the High Glam. You can't really, oh, maybe you can tell a little bit right there. I typically have this laying on its side, so it's hard to tell, but I'm getting down to the end of this concealer. I tend not to keep a ton of concealers in my collection because concealer is something that I do use up often, and I really like the feeling of using it up. So I love this concealer. Again, dry skin, dry crepey under eyes. I'm 38, like I have wrinkles and crinkles, and this is a serum-like texture while still giving me coverage, but there's not any extra glow, but it doesn't irritate my under eye eczema. This is just an overall really, really good concealer. I'm hoping that I will finish it up by the end of either 2025 or beginning of 2026, but definitely keeping this one for that purpose. I also have the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I have LP4. I don't love this. I currently use it to kind of like sculpt out my brows on days that I'm doing that, but I don't use it underneath my eyes. So it says Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. I don't agree with full coverage. This is, again, more of a serum texture, and I feel like I can still see my dark circles underneath when I use it, which is why I don't use it underneath my eyes. Now, is it brightening? Yes, that's why I use it kind of to carve out the brow bone. So I'm not really at the point where I'm going to get rid of it, but this isn't something that I use underneath my eyes. And the Tower 28, this is new to me. I did pick up the shade, I don't know, it just says EP. I think I picked up the shade 5. I haven't actually tried this yet as of the time of filming. I'm planning on using this as an under eye concealer, but I don't really have any thoughts on it yet other than I've heard people rave about it. It's supposed to be more of a serum-like texture, so comfortable underneath the eyes, but giving full coverage. So I will have to report back, but I'm going to keep this one. Okay, and so those are my 3 concealers, and of course I will be keeping all 3. Let's jump into foundations. Okay, so here's a look at all of the foundations that are in my collection currently. There are some that I have not tried out yet, so I guess I'll show you those first because I don't really know once I try them if I'll be keeping them or not. Hello, Ring Light Glow. So first of all is the Tir Tir foundation in this red compact. This is 17N Vanilla. This has kind of gone viral on social media, and I haven't tried it yet. I had a girlfriend who had several sent to her, so she let me go ahead and take this one. Again, 17N I thought would be my shade. I haven't tried this out yet, so definitely going to keep it to try it out. I also have the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin. This is the Serum Skin Tint. I do have the shade 5. Again, this is one that was gifted to me. I have not tried it yet. I've heard really, really good things about it. I'm hoping 5 will be my shade. You know, skin tints aren't really my jam, but I've heard really good things about this formula, and I wanted to try more from Danessa Myricks Beauty, so I'm excited to try this one. And I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This one is the Beauty Balm. Again, the shade 6. Haven't tried this out yet. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on it. People either love it or hate it. So I'm excited to try it myself and see what I think. Let's talk about some holy grails that I know I will not be getting rid of. First is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is the shade 4. This is a repurchase. I just picked this up during the fall savings event because I had used mine up completely, and this is like my go-to. It gives you literally silk looking skin. So not super dewy glowy, but not matte, just luxurious silky skin. It's super long wear. It's very comfortable. I love this one. So for sure keeping. I'm also going to be keeping my Haus Labs. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. I have this shade 110 Light Neutral. I love this one. It gives me a little bit more coverage, I think, than the Armani Luminous Silk, and it's a little less sheen-like than the Armani. It's a little more on the matte side. So I do typically tend to put my Auric Glow Lust, mix it in with the Haus Labs, and I really like the finish that that gives me. I also feel like the shade match is just a little off, so when I mix it with the Auric, it's a little better. So I love this one. I'll be keeping this one. I'm also going to keep this Patrick Ta Major Skin Hydrolux Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. I have the shade 5, Golden Neutral. This was another one that people either loved it or they hated it. And I feel like more people hated it than they loved it. But me as a dry skin gal, I do love this stuff. When you first put it on, very dewy, very glowy, very glossy looking. But I feel like it does set down. Now, I don't think this is the most full coverage or the best for the longest wear. But on a day-to-day, or if you have an event and you just want to look a little extra glowy dewy, I love this one. Okay, here's one that I think I'm going to get rid of, and I don't necessarily think it's bad. This is from LYS. I have the shade LN6. This is their stick foundation, and I don't think this one is bad. I have used it. It's fine. It sits well on the skin. It blends in easily. It's a fine shade match. The thing is, I'm just not reaching for it over my other foundations, and so I do actually have a friend that I work with who is maybe a little lighter than me, but I think she can possibly get away with this one, and she might want to try it out, so I'm going to gift that to her. However, a stick foundation that I will be keeping is the Fenty Beauty. This is the Eavesdrop Blur and Smooth Tint Stick. I have the shade 3. This one is getting down to the wire. It is one that I have traveled with a ton, and really I should just kind of use it up. It's just like a little nub there. It's one of the older foundations in my collection, so I think I'm actually going to pull it out and leave it on my vanity and see if I can use it up. I almost forgot, I didn't pull this one out. This one was sitting in my bathroom because I use it so often. It is the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Foundation in the shade 2N. This one I love. This one is bougie, it is luxurious, and you do not get a lot, but it's a really, really good stick foundation. If you're someone with dry skin and you've been having a hard time finding a stick foundation because they look cakey or they stick to your pores or whatnot, this is a really, really good one. Again, it's super expensive, and I mean, you don't even get a full fluid ounce, but if you're looking for like a special occasion or something, this would be a good one to pull out every now and then. So for sure keeping this. Here's another one that I think I'm going to declutter. I don't necessarily dislike it, but I don't love it, and I'm not reaching for it. And this is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint in the shade 5. I just feel like it's okay. I purchased it. It was fine. And I'm not reaching for it. So I don't think it's bad, but I don't love it enough to keep it. So I'm going to give it to the same friend that I'm going to give the LYS foundation to, and let her try this one out. Because again, she has more like combo oily skin, so I think she'll enjoy this one. Okay, I was purposely saving this one to the end because I just don't know how I feel about it. This is the Lawless Forget the Filler Skin Plumping Line Smoothing Foundation. I have 2F. And I just don't know how I feel about this because I feel like this is a little bit more on the full coverage end. I like more light to medium. This is one that I feel like is a little bit thicker. I can feel it on the skin, but part of me is like, well, maybe you should save it because if there is a day where you want full coverage or you want to cover, but at the same time, do I want to do that? So I'm just unsure. I'm also unsure of this one as well. This one is the Natasha Denona High Glam Foundation. I have the shade N3. I was using this and then I noticed little bumps on my skin. and I kind of attributed it to this, but I don't know if it really was related to this foundation or not. I honestly probably need to pull this one out again. So I'm going to pull this one out again and try it out. And by the time this video goes up, I should have thoughts. So I will leave the thoughts in the comments down below, or in the description box. I'll leave it in the description box down below with an update on if I'm going to keep or declutter. But if I notice the little bumps again, I will declutter this. But a lot of people have raved about it and really loved it. So I hope that that is just coincidence, in which case I will keep it. However, since I'm keeping this one, I'm going to go ahead and declutter the Lawless, because I feel like the Natasha Denona gives me a little bit more coverage. The Haus Lab gives me a little bit more coverage, and I just don't love this one. So I'm going to pass this on to a new home. Okay, so there we have it. I do have 10 foundations, which is more than one person needs, but they do all serve. Oh, I didn't talk about this one. I can't believe I skipped over my Sigma. So this is the Sigma Skin Perfector Hydrating Tint. I wear the shade 2. I love this for like a day to day. I'm not a huge skin tint person, but this gives me a little bit more coverage than most skin tints. So I like it because it's hydrating. It is more light coverage, but there is some coverage there. This is great for days when I'm moving quickly. You know, I like the little squeeze top. It's interesting, and so I'll squeeze it right on my face and just use my fingers to kind of blend it in. And for like a day today and work, this is amazing. So I do have a code with Sigma. It's just KBella if you want to save some money, but I do love this one and I'm going to keep it. Okay, so those are our foundations, and I'm going to try, because I still have time. I'm doing a little pre-filming. I'm going to try these 3 foundations because they're new to me, and I'm going to revisit the Natasha Denona, and I'm going to spend the next couple of weeks trying those out before I post this video. And then in the description box where I'm linking all of these things, I will link my thoughts and let you know if I'm going to keep them or not. Let's move on to powders. Okay, I only have 3 powders in single form. I do have, I think, another powder that I use from time to time in a palette, but we're going to talk about palettes at another time. So let's take a look at these powders. This is the Givenchy Prism Libre. This is the original. Before they reformulated it, I have the shade 3, Voila Rosé. I think I got this like maybe 2 years ago from my friend Smags, and I love this. Again, dry skin, I only powder underneath my eyes and my forehead wrinkles, and so I use this stuff, I just mix it together. There's not a ton left, but I will definitely use this up completely. I also have this one from Sigma. This one has a little bit of a tint. It's the Soft Focus Setting Powder. I have the shade Vanilla Bean. There are tints for this one, and I like this. It's not as finely milled as the Givenchy, so I reach for the Givenchy over this one. But this is still finely milled. It is still a nice, luxurious under eye powder, and it helps to kind of smooth everything out. So I do love this one, and I can see myself using this one more when my Givenchy is used up. But one that I'm going to go ahead and declutter is this one from MAC. So this is the Light Plus Mineralized Skin Finished in Natural, and it's a, oh my gosh, how do I open it? This is a pressed powder. I don't really use pressed powders a ton. The other powder that I have in a palette is an Hourglass powder, and I would reach for that one over this one. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pass this one along to a friend. Okay, so that leaves us with just 2 powders, which is more than enough for someone who barely powders their under eye. Okay, so these are the 5 face-based products that I'm going to be decluttering. We have a primer, 3 foundations, and a powder. I am keeping the rest. I feel pretty good about that, because I don't come into these collections and declutters trying to get rid of everything in my collection. I do feel like my collection over the years has become more curated, and of course once I try those 4 other foundations with the Natasha Denona, some of them may be decluttered, and so again, check the description box for that. But that is going to do it for the face base section. Make sure you are subscribed, stay tuned, because we're just kicking it off. There are going to be more collection declutters. They will probably be coming up once a week, and so I don't want you to miss them. But thank you guys so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!